Get Fit Methods is a recovery-based strength operating system built specifically for those over 40 to build muscle, control blood sugar, and train precision instead of high value. With that said, I want to talk about this. Why 72 hours for recovery, especially after 40? Well, one, we know that as you get older, your body doesn't respond the same way, and after 40, your body keeps track. It takes a little check mark every time you do something idiotic or something that goes against what it's supposed to do or can do, and you try to push it too much. It'll keep note of that. Years later, they say, "You remember you did this?" Well, this is where the 72 hours comes in. I break it down in 3 phases of how this process works. So the first phase, after you work out and say you push to the absolute limit, that one set to failure, damage happens first. You lift hard, right? Tired muscles, nervous system overload. This is when you're at your weakest. You're not strong here yet. So that's the first phase. That's for the first 0 to 24 hours. The second phase is repair. Damage over here, repair right here in the middle. Protein builds up, trying to help the recovery. Energy start to refill, start to replenish. System calms down a bit, and then body starts to rebuild itself. Don't train here because then you interrupt this whole process. So you don't want to do anything in between because you'll slow down that process of this repair. So that's what this is for. That's for 24 to 48 hours. Do not train again. Then we have the adapt phase. Your body is adapting to the change from all this over here. This is the last 48 to 72 hours right here. Adapt, you get stronger, you're more stable, better control, because if your nervous system's off whack and you're still fatigued, you start to, this time you start to train, your arms are going like this and you're shaking like this. I mean, you can go to that point, but if it starts earlier, or in the first few reps, then you're definitely not recovering. You're definitely not stronger. So better control, central nervous system, and now progress happens. So that's why 72 hours, especially at 40 or over 40, where that's why we do one day, say I train my client on Monday, I won't train them again based on what they do in the meantime for another 72 hours. So generally we only train 2 times a week. That's kind of the base for what we do. One time is even not so bad either, but 72 hours is recommended. So 2 times a week. More than that, the progress definitely slows down a bit. And you notice the changes, what I have noticed, the changes of who progresses faster is usually ones who do 1 to 2 times a week. Those who try to squeeze in another day, something like that, their progress is definitely a lot slower. So my recommendation, 2 times a week. You can do a good split is do either all upper or all lower. Or you can do full body. I recommend only 5 exercises for that full body. Some kind of push, pull, then legs. Some kind of leg exercise and maybe a core. That is it. Wait 72 hours, do it again. So with that said, now you understand why that is. My name is Dietrich Horsey. I appreciate all the subscribers that we have already. We're trying to get up to at least over 2,000. It's the next point. Right now we're at 16 something. So please subscribe and share for more information, especially if you're over 40 and you got some things you want to understand more about how your body works or what you should be doing to make sure you progress and not degress or digress. Hit us up, DM me.